Welcome to the Etherverse. Today we got a special video. It's about a family friend shooting and killing a girl right before her graduation. And in court, he ain't had no remorse for it. This is why I don't throw that friend word out lightly. Because you can call somebody your friend and the next day, they'll backstab you, for real. It's crazy. But yeah. This is why I tell people, man, we have to overcome these emotions that we have, man. It ain't nothing physical, it's a spiritual battle. Some people are demons in the flesh. But let's get to this video.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well.
Excuse me a second. Let the record reflect that the defendant is laughing during the victim impact statement. Go ahead, ma'am. I apologize.
China was just 3 weeks away from walking across the stage to graduate high school, and you took that opportunity away from her. When you came and ate dinner with us, you went out with us multiple times. So we would expect it better from you. And
You could tell this boy ain't in his right mind. Look how he just smiling and come on, you could tell he's not in his right mind. Anybody could see that.
I just want you to know, like,
But they not giving him that insanity, I'll tell you that much.
when you get back to yourself, we want you to think about the day you caused me and my family and friends.
China Forney was days away from graduating when she was gunned down by a heartless family friend.
I don't even know why they keep saying friend. The young girl couldn't even graduate, bro.
So I won't. It'll be like we went for a while without seeing each other.
He was a trusted family friend who ate with her in the same house, but he ended up killing her. He was not remorseful even after he was sentenced to prison.
You want to address the court, Mr. Foy?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The 6 other witnesses said I wasn't there. You have 2 females said I was there that was on a FaceTime call.
Sir, we're not trying the case. The case has been tried. The jury was convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, you can't talk at the same time as I talk because the stenographer is going to take down my words.
Okay.
If you want your words recorded, you can't try to talk over me. The jury's already decided that issue, sir. Anything else you want to say to the court, sir?
Yeah. You're a biased judge and I can't wait to appeal to see my case. I'm innocent.
Is that why you were laughing throughout the statement?
He taunted her families during the court proceedings, but her family eventually had the last laugh. We will delve into the life of China and proceed to how all this played out in court. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more
Were
stories.
they dating or something?
Thank you.
Rest in peace to that young lady, man.
I know.
This story takes us to Albany, New York. Albany, the capital of New York State,
Oh,
is
it's
a
the capital
city
of my
with a rich
state.
history, vibrant culture, and is located on the west bank
got
of
a
the
nice
Hudson
aerial
River,
view.
about 150 miles north of New York City. The crime rate in Albany is lower than other urban areas, such as Fresno, California, which has a crime rate of 594 per 100,000 people. It is still one of the most dangerous counties in New York, with a
So I
crime
heard.
rate of 367.1. China Unique Forney was born on January 11, 2003. She was educated in the Albany school system. She attended Arbor Hill Elementary School, Hackett Middle School and was slated to graduate from Albany Leadership Charter High School for Girls with the class of 2021. China was a girl with many talents, and whatever China was involved in, she gave her all.
The girl didn't even get to see her 21st birthday.
China had a deep affinity for track and field and began running in the Just Run program at Arbor Hill Elementary School. She continued running indoor and outdoor track for Albany Leadership Charter High School for Girls throughout her tenure in high school. In 2013, she joined the Tone Setter Step team. She became a captain in 2017 and remained a captain until she graduated from the team on May 1, 2021. In 2015, China joined the Too Hot For You dance team.
Conscious things on a step team is that when we have to learn other steps, some people don't get it, and so we have to keep teaching them.
Shout out to her. Shout out to them for that, man.
She became a captain in 2016. China was a fearless captain and never backed down from a dance battle. Her team loved her as she showed them that she was a great captain for them. She later became employed at McDonald's, where she rose to manager and was employed there upon her passing. She was hoping to go to college and become a nurse before she passed on May 3, 2021.
Sometimes you gotta understand, what was the Senseless killing for? Why would they kill this young lady?
Just 2 days
if it wasn't
prior
him,
to her
then who?
passing, a video was made where she was hugging the close people to her at event. On May 3, 2021, China left school and was walking to her family member's house when she was struck by a bullet that was meant for someone else. Someone had opened fire, shooting numerous times into the streets. One of those bullets unfortunately hit China. After some investigations, there was no lead, but the people in the community would not just give up.
Victory Church in Albany is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in the murder of China Forney.
The 18-year-old high school.
He got struck by a stray. God, what was the reason? Why? There's always a message. God always is sending a message when he do these things, man. But she was a pure soul. Can never question what God do these things for. I'm telling you though, man.
School senior was gunned down
So he didn't
yesterday
mean to shoot
afternoon
her.
on Essex Street. Jonathan Hunter is live in Albany with our follow-up report. Jonathan?
Yes, good evening, Mark and Benita. This is a very sad situation indeed. China Forney, she was 18 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. She had plans to graduate from Albany Leadership Charter School for Girls and wanted to go on to study nursing. The school sent us a statement. They say they watched her grow from a bright-eyed, fun-loving freshman to a young woman with focus and determination. They say she was a talented athlete who was a leader on the indoor and outdoor track team. They say they will always remember her infectious smile and personality. I spoke to Steve Smith, a spokesperson for the Albany Police Department. He says when it comes to homicide investigations, people in the community are reluctant to give out any information. He says the community and police have to work together to solve this case.
This is real life that we're dealing with. This is not a TV reality show. We need the community to work with us. We need them to provide information when it comes to these types of incidents. It goes a long way, and we need to make sure that we're holding individuals accountable.
China was honored by her friends and families with a very befitting burial. Her schoolmates attended all the events. They also had a balloon release for her too.
I have trouble accepting the fact that you're gone, so I won't. It'll be like we went for a while without seeing each other.
You know, they always say how your soul will always live on, though, you know. And I feel like her soul was definitely pure. You know, so she would definitely be in heaven. Soul will definitely live in peace. So I'm saying they got him arrested for hearsay. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do they got any more evidence from his arrest? Because I know they probably had more people in the car as well. Was it his bullet that struck? This is what we have to find out. But him laughing in court didn't make it no better. And him being an accomplice still even makes it no better. Rest in peace to that young girl's soul. Even though I know her soul is in peace for sure. You can tell. Innocent young girl. And I know this isn't God work. I ain't gonna lie, I be thinking New York City dangerous. Go to the upstates. Albany dangerous. I used to stay in Rochester. Rochester is dangerous, man. The killing is crazy out there. For real. Shit. People be thinking that the city is only where it's at. It's really not. The 5 boroughs? There's more. Hey, she got her tongue out like that. That slow motion was nasty for her. Nah, not the laugh. Just make just get a little humor, man. But yeah, man, it's dangerous out there, man, for real. Who was he shooting at, too? There's a lot of questions with this crime. But I knew it was senseless. I knew it. I can tell her spirit gonna live on inside of those kids. You know what I mean? From her team, from the school, the community. For real, this was just senseless, man. The only thing with just sometimes, you know what I mean, it touches my soul when they take away some of the brightest ones, man. They take away the bright ones with bright futures. They don't even have a chance to live on, and they keep people that's wicked and that does so much things and keep them alive. It's crazy. That young girl was not in the streets. You could tell she wasn't in the streets. You could tell she wasn't involved with anything. Well, from what we seen in the video, you know. Let them little doves fly. That's a proper send-off, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Proper. It's a lot of balloons.
For you, child. Look, what I told you, child. She ain't going nowhere. I told you she got. I'm telling you.
Sometimes later, the case blew wide open when Alvin Foy and Jamra Manning were named as the suspects in the killing of China. Jamra Manning pleaded guilty and he was sentenced accordingly.
Oh.
We begin with breaking news. A 20-year-old man has admitted to killing an 18-year-old woman in Albany last year.
Yeah, the Albany County DA's office telling us moments ago, Jamra Manning pleading guilty today to second-degree murder and other charges in connection with the death of China Forney.
Forney was about to graduate high school when she was murdered. Her family and friends say she was a track star and a dancer, and she was planning to enroll in nursing school.
Forney killed in a drive-by shooting on Essex Street May the 3rd. Prosecutors say Manning and another suspect, Alvin Foy, fired over 30 shots towards a group of people. Manning faces 20 years to life in prison now when they sentenced him in December.
As for Alvin, he decided to go to trial where he lost his case but would not come to terms with his new reality. He was very rude and very disrespectful in the court during the whole court proceedings. He showed no remorse during his sentencing phase. He kept smiling and laughing during the victim impact statement. He was eventually sentenced accordingly too.
On May 3rd, 2021, you were a co-defendant.
The judge had to step in because he would not stop laughing.
Excuse me a second. Let the record reflect that the defendant is laughing during the victim impact statement. Go ahead, ma'am. I apologize.
China was just 3 weeks away from walking across the stage to graduate high school, and you took that opportunity away from her.
He can't help it. His emotions got the best of him.
When you came and ate dinner with us, you went out with us multiple times. So we would expect it better from you. And
He can't help it. He can't help it. His emotions got the best of him, y'all.
like, when you get back to yourself, we want you to think about the pain you caused me and my family and friends.
After the statement, it was time for the judge to tell him how he felt, and he sure did.
You want to address the court, Mr. Foy?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
6 other witnesses said I wasn't there. We have 2 females said I was there that was on a FaceTime call.
Sir, we're not trying the case. The case has been tried. The jury was convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, you can't talk at the same time as I talk because the stenographer is going to take down my words.
Okay.
If you want your words recorded, you can't try to talk over me. The jury's already decided that issue, sir. Anything else you want to say to the court, sir?
Yeah. You're a biased judge, and I can't wait to appeal to see my case. I'm innocent.
Is that why you were laughing throughout the statements by the sister of... Is that why you were laughing, sir?
She was laughing at me.
Anything else, sir?
Yes.
Go ahead, finish.
I'm innocent.
You've said that already. Anything else?
So I come home, I'm innocent.
The judge went ahead to say his own mind before he imposed his sentence.
The defendant stands before this court professing his innocence, and regardless of whether you admit to brutally murdering her, you wouldn't sit at sentencing and laugh about it.
I didn't do nothing.
That's, sir, your time to speak has ended. It's now the court's time to speak. If you can't conduct yourself appropriately, we'll send you back into the jail and I'll sentence you without you here. Here's the bottom line, sir. Anyone with a shred of human decency would not sit in the courtroom and laugh at the sentencing. One more time, Mr. Mills, let your client know I'm about to send him back into the holding cells. Any individual with a shred of human decency would not laugh, regardless of whether he wanted to assert his innocence or not. He would not laugh and make a joke and slouch in the chair and act like this is a bus stop or a bodega or a park bench.
I was wrongfully convicted.
Take the defendant back into the courtroom. Or back into the holding cells.
I ain't worried about it.
Pull his pants up while you're doing it, please. So the courtroom doesn't have to observe that. I'm going to sentence the defendant in his absence, because he obviously has shown that he cannot conduct himself appropriately.
New developments in the case against one of the 2 men who shot and killed 18-year-old China Forney in Albany in 2021, weeks before her high school graduation.
Alvin Foy III sentenced this afternoon to 25 years to life in prison. News 10 ABC's Zion Dakota was in Albany County's court for today's sentencing, and he has some shocking details.
Friends and families were happy after the 2 suspects were sentenced. China was also honored by her community. They named the street after her.
It's been just over a year since 18-year-old China Forney was shot and killed on Essex Street in Albany.
To honor her, the street where she was killed now bears her name. Jonathan Hunter is live at what is now known as China Forney Way. Jonathan.
Yes, Sabrina, and good evening to you, Mark. And the city of Albany wanted to keep China's memory alive, and here on Essex Street, it is now also known as China Forney Way. And it's been just over a year since she was shot and killed, and there's still a small memorial over here where people can remember China Forney. On
On Tuesday evening, Albany city leaders came to Essex Street to unveil China Forney Way. Robert DePasquale lives on the street. He did not live on the street last year when the shooting took place, but he heard what happened.
I found out about it as soon as I moved to the area, and a lot of the neighbors had talked to me about it, discussed that with me, that how it had impacted them.
Robert says he and other neighbors are happy the city is remembering China. China was shot and killed on Essex Street last year on May 3rd. She was not the intended target. Jameer Manning and Alvin Foy were arrested in connection to the shooting. China is being remembered as having an infectious smile and bubbly personality.
It's been a year, so it's a year of reflection, the good times and the smiles.
Bishop Avery Comathier is the pastor of Elijah Missionary Church. China's funeral was held at his church. He says many people attended the service. China went to Albany Leadership Charter School for Girls. She ran track and was captain on the Tone Setter Step team.
She was a go-getter. She was just a dancer. She was a dancer and a leader. It's just unfortunate. But her memory is still here.
Bishop Comathier and Robert are hoping that the sign, China Forney Way, will serve as a reminder that we have to do better as a community so another person does not lose their life.
But also put some awareness that we need to be tighter as a community, that we need more communication with each other.
This was a very sad incident that could have been avoided if these two crazed men didn't go shooting sporadically on the streets. While China's life was short, she touched everyone she encountered. Known for her beautiful smile, her laugh, and her playful ways, the diva herself will truly be missed, as she was definitely the life of the party.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It was definitely a senseless killing. It wasn't meant for her, as we could see. But I be telling people them drive-bys, you be thinking you a real killer when you doing them drive-bys. Nah, you just shooting sporadically for real. Like that man said. If you really got some type of beef with somebody, pull up to them. Stop being a coward and shooting out windows out of moving vehicles. And you feel me? As far as him laughing in court and all that, yeah, it's tough, man. People, you could tell that wasn't even him. He can't even control his emotions. So you already know. But he gonna have some time to sit down and figure out, reflect. End of the day, we have to live with love, y'all. We have to live with love. Stop letting our emotions get the best of us. But until next time, man, if you haven't hit that sub button for me, man. I appreciate the love, everything y'all do for me, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I see my channels going up, man. We at 2,000, we about 2.5. Appreciate the love, man. Just help me keep building up a community, man. Y'all stay safe out there because it's really dangerous. And let's live with love. Peace.
Hold up,